He saw a countdown, and then he was just like, no, I'm just not going to talk.
Because Adrian is oblivious to Pokemon, and
What do you
is
mean?
driving me insane.
Just because they use Pokemon doesn't mean they also don't have human construction workers or nurses or doctors.
If you think about it, they live in a perfect socialist state.
It's not like people just sit around and let Pokemon do all the work.
They still have
just
money.
Do nothing. Like they
I
still
guess
have
it
money.
would
They
be
still have
socialism
currency.
now.
They still have capitalism. They still have people working.
It wouldn't be
jobs.
full
Ash
on
should have
bartering.
quit
Like there would
5
still
years into
be,
his journey.
you know.
Just said,
But
fuck it, I'm gonna build a house.
you know, what's her name? I forgot her name. No,
Nurse Joy?
Nurse Joy. Right? She's like the pretty much the only one who works in every single one. So
No, they're a bunch of Nurse Joys. They're all like cousins or some shit.
Officer
See, you don't even
Nancy,
understand
right?
Pokemon.
Also, too?
Officer
exactly. See,
Jenny.
look, they have
See,
one
you don't
person
even
running each
understand
thing
Pokemon.
with the Pokemon, and it works, Adrian. You just don't get it, man. You don't see the vision.
And they actually employ the Pokemon in some cases.
Yeah, but I'm saying they also have human workers. So Ash should have just quit 5 years into his 22-year fucking journey and just been a fucking.
Well,
pilot.
you gotta think about it. When every job is like essentially taken, what else are you gonna do? You're gonna go out and fucking fight your Pokemon because that's the only thing to do. You know? You gotta just find hobbies. You gotta just like, that's why they start them out when they're
it's like,
so young.
Oh wow, yeah. Oh man. Oh, I just gotta walk around with these magical creatures and enjoy my life. Oh wow, that sounds just insane, Adrian.
Sorry,
They
I'm
leave
realistic.
home at like 10 years old. They just
Retract
like
your
it is such a safe
Track your nuts.
it's such a
did.
safe
Backwards.
society that they trust these kids to just walk around and do whatever the fuck they want. They literally go across the world with their Pokemons and just like, and even the Pokemon are safe to be around because like even the most dangerous Pokemon still don't like hurt people. They just hurt other Pokemon.
What point are you trying to get at here?
I'm just trying to say
Way off base.
Pokemon is a utopian society. We should be striving to
It's not
clone
really a
the
utopian
Pokemon.
society. If there was a utopian society, Team Rocket wouldn't exist. Team Galactic wouldn't exist. And all
You're
the
gonna
other
find
bad
flaws
guys.
in any society, but
isn't
Then that's
Mewtwo a
not
clone?
utopia.
huh?
Mewtwo
Isn't
is
Mewtwo a
a
clone?
clone of Mew.
Yeah, or he's just like he's the
And we saw how that turned out.
yeah. I guess it's not utopian, but it's
I just don't think we need to
It's
clone
the
them if they were a
closest
real
thing to
Track
it.
your statement.
I just don't think you should clone them. You know, maybe that's not.
Cloning.
That's
is
not
always
the.
wrong.
We should. You know,
Well,
just leave it.
you're able to clone other Pokemon, but Mewtwo came from like he was not a Pokemon to begin with. He was a clone of like Mew and like just some added shit.
But arguably the most sentient Pokemon
Well, yeah.
simultaneously. So he's pretty goated, and he has one of the hardest quotes
Is he the most?
probably ever.
I feel like Team Rocket's Meowth is the most essential.
You would say that. You're basically
Yeah,
him.
he is literally
You're like the human
embodiment.
Actually,
You
He's
would
the
say
embodiment of Meowth from Team Rocket, dude.
Yeah.
Like
that. You gotta get his
it's
accent down.
giving Team Rocket.
anyways, let's get the fucking shebangy bang going.
This guy.
Seriously, who hired him?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, hello, and welcome everyone to another episode of the Something Original podcast. I am America's favorite producer, Adrian, and today in our virtual studio, I am joined by our gracious host.
Oh, Chase.
Sorry, see,
And
there's a
got it.
3-second lull there, Chase.
I was thinking,
see,
like,
your
why are
performance
you
is
calling yourself
slipping.
America's favorite? I would say
America's
the
favorite.
America's favorite producer is probably
Me.
I would say the world's favorite. Why are you going so small?
We're not even
Just
like
America.
we don't even crack top 200 in this country. You know where we do? You should be saying Kuwait. Kuwait's number one producer.
Let's go.
I'll take
Let's
it.
go.
I'll take that.
Shout out to our fans in Kuwait, dude. I have no idea how
Hold
it
it
happened.
down. I don't even know what language do they speak in Kuwait.
Kuwaitanese. Oh,
They
that
just
was-
they got a
that's-
translator.
You're a fucking.
They got a
Jeez.
translator. That'd be crazy. They're watching it on subtitles.
Maybe we go visit.
Kuwait.
I heard it's beautiful this time of year.
I think we can wait.
Oh, they speak Arabic.
Arabic. I hardly know her. Just kidding. Okay. I'm literally gonna sue you guys. I'm quitting the podcast. But yeah, welcome back, guys. Got another one for you this week. Gonna be a banger. But yeah, here we go. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3. Blah blah blah. How you guys been?
Been good,
What
man.
the fuck was that?
I'm just, I'm just trying to do my job, Adrian. Being a host on a podcast, it takes a number on you, and also being the editor, and also being the editor of all the other stuff,
And also being our friend.
and also being your friend.
Yeah, I think that's most important.
Yeah, it takes a
Out of the
toll.
list. Yeah.
I get called so many slurs in the group chat on a daily basis.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's insane, dude. We should leak them because I'm sure the audience would just be like, "Wow, dude, like you got it hard, man." Are these actually your friends?
Well, so I opened the group chat and immediately I see you saying, "I'm about to be home, you sluts. Sent the invites, you whores."
See, I gotta retaliate sometimes.
Anything you want to say to that?
I just
Rebuttal?
did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to
me-
retaliate.
Me personally, I think what you said kind of rude. So, and that's straight out of the group chat. So,
Yeah. The VoIPs? I'm not fucking with it.
I was saying, man.
Well,
Words
it
are-
did take you like 20 minutes to get on, Gannon.
It did
Whoa,
take you 20
whoa.
minutes.
After
whoa.
you said,
did
after
take you
you
20
said you were just
Whoa.
gonna get some water.
Listen, man.
Does it take 20 minutes? Where'd you
Listen.
go? The fucking Himalayas?
He had to get off his
dude.
private jet from his trip to the Himalayas.
You know how long it takes to open a portal, bro? It takes a second. Because I like it fresh, straight from this certain glacier. Okay?
Is your portal made from science or magic?
Depends on where the sun is
Yeah.
located in the
Yeah.
sky. Because you got to put a little extra gusto into it, depending on which one.
So like, so you say you get it from a glacier.
Yep.
Are you worried about like global warming and stuff, like melting it
Absolutely.
away, or is it? Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like when someone sat on Rick's toilet. That's how I feel, but the world melting my glaciers that provide water for me.
How much glacier do you think you got?
My specific one right now, next to the polar bear Petey, probably about a couple months. Doesn't matter how drastic.
Oh shit! Really,
yeah,
dude?
Yeah.
Hold on, wait. So you
Fuck.
named a polar bear? You named him Polar Bear Petey, whatever?
Yeah.
That's what he named himself. I'm
Petey.
assuming. Yeah.
Petey.
Okay, I was about to say, 'cause
That's
if
what
somebody
Petey
called
named
you-
himself.
Somebody called you Human Gan. It's a human chase.
But it doesn't have a
Person
jingle
Gan.
to it. None of those had a jingle to it. Polar bear Petey
Homo
does.
sapien Adrian.
Polar bear Petey sounds like it could be a thing. Human in front of
Well, I mean-
someone's name is just kind of.
Well, I mean, I feel like your name started with like an H. I feel like you're like Human
Like
Harry,
Great Human
Human
Gan.
Henry.
That's got some jingle.
Yeah.
Or arrogant human Adrian.
Mm.
Got a jingle.
Got it. I mean, it's
Excuse
catchy.
me?
It's catchy.
How dare you speak these things?
But yeah, man, that's unfortunate about your glacier, man. I hope we can combat it at some point, but it sounds like it's probably going to be a little too far gone.
I know. I'm trying to tell Petey that he should head down south. Because, I mean, the government's
think
had
it's
that
gonna work
blocked
out for
off
him.
for a reason. So we got to go down there.
I don't think polar bears would survive down south.
Should we try and traffic a polar bear to Antarctica?
I don't know. Petey doesn't like to be moved like that. I came up trying to tackle him one day, but he doesn't like to play.
Why were you trying to attack him?
Well, he was sitting out there with his fishing pole, you know, and he was chilling. And
Mm-hmm.
I just came up next to him and gave him a little nudge. And he's like, dude, back up. I'm like, all right. My bad, Petey.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta, like, ask for consent with those things, you know. We're living in a time where not everybody just everybody's got their own individual space, individual bubbles and stuff, and it's good to respect that privacy and stuff, you know.
We live in a society.
We live in a society.
Want to know how I got these scars?
Obama.
What?
What? Do what?
But yeah. How are you guys? You never answered my first question.
Great.
Maybe if you didn't call us sluts and whores, we'd answer your
Well, no,
questions.
you brought that up after the fact.
You know,
If you were really taken back by it, Adrian, you wouldn't be here. You
That
wouldn't
is
be
very
on
true.
the podcast right now. You
That's
wouldn't
very
be like, yeah, let me do this thing for Chase. With
maybe I do it
Chase.
because I like being called a slut.
There's nothing wrong with it. We don't kink shame.
Being shaved is my kink.
I mean, is that what it is?
Again, looks so stressed.
All right. Still, I'm waiting for an You guys
been good.
fucking suck. Thanks.
Wow,
Jesus.
Be so
I'm
rude
alive.
about it. Let's be friends.
Well, I'm over here just trying
Oh my goodness.
trying to ask a question.
You did. You didn't try to. You did. You know, and I responded with good each time, just about.
We were
are you
talking.
asking
We were
more
talking about it off.
specifically? Like just. Or
Huh?
Are you asking more specifically or just generally? Like, how are you doing?
Yeah, like I mean, what you guys been up to?
Right now, the same old.
Dodging responsibility.
How's chapter 2 coming along? Just trying to get some recap
Me?
going.
Are you asking
Yeah.
me? Oh, chapter 2.
Yeah. You're the only
Cool.
one writing a book right now, or has one out currently. Don't look at me like that, Adrian.
Because I'm on chapter 2 of mine. So.
It's going good.
Oh!
That's why I was so confused. I was like, did I tell you I'm on chapter 2?
No, you didn't.
And then you said that. I was like, I'm offended.
Well, I don't even know the name of your thing, but Gannon. How is it coming?
Mm-hmm.
Give the people what they want.
I will.
Give them the cum.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's in the progress.
I'd get that one.
It's definitely making more progress, and I think in the next couple weeks, per se, we
How
could
much
be
progress? Put it on a percentage
finally
scale.
making progress. Mm-hmm.
Put that progress on a percentage scale from like 1 to 100.
I'm giving it
Where is
about
at?
a 68.
I thought he was gonna say like 2.
1 off.
Give
That's
it
good
68,
though. 60,
because
68. It's not bad.
Because I got, I'm almost done with school, so I got to start really hammering down the books. Then got some other things going on in my life. Then Attack on Titan, I still got to do. Yeah, man.
I was gonna ask you about that. Yeah, got the ultimatum. We are, I think, 1 month into the ultimatum. You had 6 months to watch all of Attack on Titan. We're, I think, at month 5. How far in to Attack on Titan are you now?
If we go from what I've watched before.
No,
episode
I
7.
want you to start it over, actually. I want you to completely get a fresh start.
I do recommend actually. starting
Yeah,
over
because you're
on
not
scale.
going to know. You're not going to remember.
Yeah,
Because it starts off kind of very fast paced.
Aaron,
It's kind of just like throwing
right.
shit at you.
so there's this guy, Aaron, right?
Yeah.
And he develops this power of the Titan.
develops.
Yeah, well, it kind of, happens. Then, right, he learns how to tell the future, right? Tries to defend the world from ultimate calamity. Constantly gets sidetracked because he can tell the future.
I feel like there's a lot of
Yeah, I
things
feel
that
like
we
you
just-
missed a lot of stuff and you went a little off course. But I feel like you probably watched something that was
You
like,
kinda
yeah,
grasp
this guy can tell the future.
The kind of basics of the show, at least.
But how far did you get to Attack on Titan? Did you even finish season 1?
Probably not.
What do you
But
mean
I-
probably?
I don't think I think I
You
made it.
don't know?
I think I made it to like episode 7.
That's like when it starts getting good, too. Like, really good.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
It does get pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Anyways,
No.
about me.
No, we need commitment from you, Gannon. We need you to watch all of Attack on Titan, start it over. You got 5 months left. If it were me, I'd already be done with it.
Yeah, because you like it.
I know, but it's like you are gonna love it too. I already know. You're gonna like the story is just on point.
Am I?
Yes,
I
I
guess
know
we'll
you
see.
are.
I guess we'll see. Into the future, like Aaron.
Like you're so close, but it's like
But yet so far. Yes, indeed. Today in news.
That's your thing.
That's it?
Kentucky man sues Netflix for misuse of his photo in true crime documentary about killer.
Kentucky man.
Kentucky man sues Netflix for misuse of his photo in true crime documentary about killer.
So he absolutely did it, is what I'm getting from it. He absolutely is a part of the crime. He doesn't want his face on there. And knowing it's Kentucky, there was probably skinwalkers up in the Appalachians.
You're getting this all wrong. The conspiracy goes deeper.
Please elaborate.
We're talking twins. We're talking FBI involvement. We're talking CIA sleeper agents. All to frame
Working
this
with
one man.
Netflix? Oh my god. The budget has to be insane.
Goes deeper.
I like it. Well, I feel like the guy should absolutely just bite the bullet on this and take the clout. I mean, Casey Anthony, she's living her best life, right?
No.
I saw her there was a TikTok of her at a concert lately, and she was hanging out. But then a documentary came out.
How do you just...
I don't know.
George
I mean, what are you
Zimmerman's fine,
going to
too.
do? I know what she did was terrible, like awful, but she was able to get away with it. And I mean, if you're that person in that situation, would you just be like, nah, send me to jail? Nah, I want to like literally spend the rest of my days in jail. Or are you going to just try and be out there living your life?
See, I would fight for the right to, live
Party.
and be like, I didn't do it. But, I would understand why people would be like, fucking hang her,
Yeah.
you know?
It's like that, what's that guy? Brock?
Oh, yeah.
The guy from Ohio, yeah, he raped that one girl. She was like behind a dumpster. He was on the Stanford swim team, literally forgetting his last name. Brock Turner.
Brock Turner.
Yeah.
Yep.
He absolutely cannot go outside. I've but he's like from Dayton, so we kind of know a little bit about his situation and like the local news about it. And dude just cannot leave the house or he will be doxxed.
Destroyed.
Yeah, he will absolutely like not be
He will
okay.
be touched.
Seeing this headline, it reminds me of that tweet. Did you guys ever see that tweet? I think it was CNN had tweeted out something about unemployment and used this guy's photo for unemployment. And he was like, "Why the fuck you guys using my picture?"
Yeah, I've seen it. He's like, what?
And he
I
became
didn't
the
give you
unofficial-
permission to use my picture, bro.
Yeah, he became the
I got a
unofficial
job.
face of unemployment. It was fucked up. I think that's fucked up.
Yeah,
On the
it was
grand
super
scale
fun.
of a killer documentary.
And then
You
it's
see someone's
like,
picture.
then Zach Fox also tweet out something. And it's like, this is the picture they use of a white man who just murdered his entire family. And it's just him on a jet ski with the family. But yeah, if it's like a black guy, it's like they'll use like the worst possible picture.
Yeah. I don't even know how they find the worst possible picture.
No, they do some deep dive. There was something like that where it's like there was somebody who did like do a murder. It was a black guy, and they just dug through his Facebook and just found like the worst possible picture they could have used. But then he had all these other like super better pictures to use. Yeah.
A white stockbroker can go fucking on a coke-induced murder spree and kill 3 families, and here's him and his family mini golfing.
Talking about that, did you guys know the Cash App CEO got fucking stabbed like 40 something times in San Francisco, and just was walking around after and like just trying to call for help? He was just stabbed.
Did he live?
No,
Did
he
they?
died.
Did they take money from him?
These two
So this is like a low-key conspiracy, because a week after Cash App, the Cash App CEO got stabbed and died, the Fed came out with their own app.
Oh.
Fed Now or Fed 360 or whatever. Fed Now 360.
Who is
whatever the fuck
who
it
is
called.
who is signing up for that? Who is signing up?
And
for this? Fed.
the
isn't
CEO?
a name.
No,
I'm good.
It's like
I'm good.
It is. It is definitely not. No one's going to use it. No, absolutely not. But Cash App was in like a legal battle with, obviously, or they were suing the Federal Reserve or something for that platform. And just a week before they announce it, the dude dies. That's a little suspicious.
Or is it?
On a tangent.
Well, that's the point of Today in News. We just are
On a roll.
going through it. On a roll.
On a roll.
All right, Adrian, give us another one.
All right.
These are coming off. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Today in news.
Sydney in
Melbourne?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, Sydney overtakes Melbourne, or Melbourne
No.
overtakes Sydney as Australia's biggest city. This is so fucking worded weird.
Melbourne overtakes Sydney as Australia's most populous city. So before it was Sydney, now it's Melbourne. First of all, who the fuck's living in Australia? I thought it was just kangaroos and people trying to get on Love Island. Love Island. You just gotta like live there for a few days, and then you get the accent, and then you can apply for Love Island.
Is it in Melbourne?
Well, everybody from Love Island, they're always like, "Yeah, I'm from Melbourne." Melbourne. I can't do an Australian
I'd
accent,
probably be fucking in Melbourne then.
Yeah, I'm from Melbourne.
but like,
Fucking in Melbourne.
did you guys know like the entire like middle and the entire like middle of Australia is just desert. Who's living there?
The same
it's
people
just
who
The
live
dust.
there.
kangaroos.
It
The
doesn't
emus. That's their territory.
Yeah, but like, yeah, okay, okay, Mr. Smarty Pants over here. He's just like rubbing his hair, like trying to. He's like, there's people who live in, but not a lot. They have a whole country, and then we have like a handful of states. where people live.
But they're fully
in the desert.
But they're fully populated for what they are.
I
Like,
get it.
Phoenix, Arizona is a real place. Las Vegas, Nevada is a real place.
Death
Yeah,
Valley.
but outside of there, who's living in the state?
People that live in the cities outside of these giant cities, right?
But,
Tracking?
like, it's...
And then this is how you get
There is
these
cities
huge
in the
metropolises, Chase, is because they all congregate. People congregate in a good area, and then beyond that, they just start expanding out into what we call suburbs, right? And
But
different
why
places
would
like
you
this.
want to live in a desert? That's what I'm trying to get at.
Cheaper.
Cheaper?
Is it though? Las Vegas, I thought it was like pretty expensive to live in.
Actually,
Phoenix, I
Vegas-
thought was very
Vegas is-
expensive.
Phoenix,
Phoenix,
is
yes.
cheaper than San Diego.
Las Vegas is
for sure.
I don't think Phoenix is that much. I mean, like, probably low side prices in California would be like, because dude, I had a 2-bedroom apartment out there, and I thought like I was paying like $1,250, which I know probably over where you're at is like $2,000 now.
I'm paying $2,000 for my 1 bedroom.
Yeah, see, not me. Couldn't be me.
I'm paying $2,000
Good.
for my 2.
See? Yeah.
Let's talk about the rent crisis right now. Haha.
It's probably
Today in
not
news.
that bad in Melbourne, apparently. You know.
Today in news, we are fucked.
Apparently,
It was easier
Melbourne's
to get
gotta
a
be,
house
pretty cheap to
in the
live.
Great Depression than it is nowadays. In the Great
Yeah.
Depression, it was 22%. Today, it is 14%. And there's nothing in the news about it. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, it's not great, man.
But at the same time, it is what you make it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I-
like
we-
the Hannah Montana song.
We've been talking about it lately. It's like, because, I mean, and it's a pretty serious like just thing to be talking about. Like, what's the point? We have no financial mobility. Fucking mental health issues are on the rise. Our planet's fucking dying. Yeah. What's the point?
It all
But then,
Starbucks.
What
huh?
are you saying?
We have Starbucks. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but they're owned by a billionaire who's exploiting their workers and busted a bunch of unions. Like, it's not a good place. We're not in the
You
good place.
exploit me.
You asked for it. You love shame.
You asked me. to exploit
You
it.
asked for it. I'm exploiting myself, really. I'm not getting paid for this. And I edit it. All I ask you to do is show up and look up stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'm great at it.
Yeah.
Dance
you-
for me. You're okay at it, but performance reviews, they're coming up, man. Just giving you some critiques.
Not
Yeah,
looking
for your
good.
critiques. I'm gonna call you a fucking big poopy head on your
Whoa, dude.
front.
Take that back.
Whoa,
Watch your
whoa.
profanity.
Jesus.
They
Yeah,
wouldn't
man,
like you
like-
in Melbourne.
Huh?
They wouldn't like you in Melbourne.
Probably not, because I'm American. I don't think they
I-
like Americans.
Australians
Apparently
love
a lot-
Americans.
yeah,
Australians
sure.
love Americans. What are you talking about?
Well, I'm sure in Melbourne, because it used to be like it's in the middle of Australia, I'm pretty sure, like southern middle. And all the big major cities used to be on either side of the coast. Like Perth was on the east side, Sydney, and somewhere else was on the right side.
of Australia.
But in the middle, it was like nobody lived there for a while, except for Melbourne. But now, I guess, yeah, now that it's the most populous, makes sense. But I don't know where I was going with that. Maybe we should have just all go to Australia. Let's do a world tour of the podcast.
I have told myself I am never stepping a foot in Australia.
I would love
Why?
to go to Australia.
The spiders.
I'll punch them.
That's it. That's all I have to say.
just go to the
The
city.
spiders.
I'm sure.
punch her in the
I'm sure the
face.
spiders don't. Yeah, I'll literally.
big enough
fucking
so you
knock
can
one out,
punch
bro.
them.
The spiders are everywhere in
They're
Australia.
big enough so you can punch them, though.
Have you seen Australians on like TikTok and social media talk about it? The spiders are everywhere and they're fucking huge. No thanks.
But I mean, they haven't left, so they're probably just like,
Because
you
they're
know, that's
used to
Jeff.
they don't have arachnophobia. I do.
How did you deal with the spiders in Hogwarts then?
I mean, I just kind of sucked it up at some point. Once I was able to just like burn them to death easily.
Turn them small and step
fun.
on them. Ah.
That was the
fun
only time I ever used the unforgivable spells was against the spiders because I was like, they're fucking spiders.
Oh no!
They
I
have
promised
no
myself
rights.
I wasn't, and I reached a point where I was just slinging them around. I was just like fucking back to back to back. Just
You were slinging?
yeah.
Okay.
Just put it on.
All right, on to the next one.
Yeah, dude. What's going
Enough
on?
of
Yeah,
this.
This is a silly Billy.
Maybe we do one more and then we just pick one that you think would get a good one.
Yeah, some of those.
Take it away, again.
Today knows.
One of Pablo Escobar's cocaine hippos dies after being hit by SUV in Colombia.
First
Go
off,
ahead.
insane what this man Pablo did to Colombia. Naturally, hippos don't come from Colombia. Pablo wanted hippos in Colombia. Now they have like basically an epidemic of hippos because there's nothing to kill them there. But that's insane.
Until I pull it with a bazooka.
My bad. I just wanted
And just imagine driving down the road in your SUV hitting a fucking hippo that aren't exclusively in your country. You're like, why the fuck is a hippo here? And then you get out.
You're gonna end up in the hospital. You're flipping over that hippo. The
Well, I
car
mean,
is
they
flipping.
had to identify that it had cocaine in it, you know. So they probably did get out, and they were like, "Oh shit, there's a bunch of fucking cocaine in this hippo. What is happening?" But then I guess it's just so it's just so infamously known that Pablo Escobar is using hippos to traffic cocaine in Colombia.
Yeah, Dan, I'm so glad we went down to Colombia for that last vacation. Oh my goodness.
Kids, did you have a fun time? Holy shit!
They're like
Dan?
driving to the
Dan?
airport.
Dan?
They're like,
Why is there a hippo? Dan?
Honey, it'll move.
Slow down. Brakes. Oh. What is it?
I
What?
said it'll. Oh shit!
Charlie,
it-
Samantha, are you okay back there?
Why is this white foam? That's not
Cocaine
foam.
on the kids'
Wait,
faces.
What? What is this powder?
They get out and just sniff it on accident. I think we're staying
Mommy.
in Colombia.
Kids, stay in the
Why does
SUV.
the sugar smell weird?
Puts it in their pockets.
Why was there sugar in that hippo?
Stay in the SUV, kids. Okay, we'll be right back.
See, this is where I kind of want to know where what is in the news article is like how much cocaine. Like how much is one hippo being able to like carry at a time?
12 pounds.
Are they exploiting the baby hippos too? Like, are they like shoving them full of cocaine also? Or are they just being born with it? Hold up. Genetic mutation of
Pablo.
cocaine hippos.
Pablo's own handiwork is making cocaine hippos. Instead of doing the treatment
You know
from
the-
the cocaine leaves, he's got hippos now that just shoot it out of their mouths, and he just comes up with a bag. Like people come out and milk cows in the morning. Instead, Pablo comes out with a giant like coffee bag, and he comes up to like the hippo's mouth. That's what he does. I was gonna do an accent, but no, I'm good.
Yeah, no, yeah, you can't.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I'd say we do one more with the Tucker Carlson one because that's big news. And
Hold on, give me 1 second.
no, I won't give you 1 second. I want you to do it right now. Go ahead.
So
go ahead.
I know we weren't going to be looking up the article, but I was looking.
Yeah, one
because I was
time.
curious. So it wasn't any cocaine in the hippo. It was just descended from the hippos that he brought.
So that breaks our whole theory of like the genetic mutation of cocaine in the man,
They just keep on fibbing.
dude.
That would have been.
I hate
hilarious if,
Mythbusters.
like, a kilo of cocaine exploded out of a fucking hippo.
That would be insane.
No.
Like, that's a better story. Just
They had it strapped onto the front of the SUV to try to be low key, and a hippo ran out in front of him and hit him. And
low key.
what
The
happened.
hippo's a narc.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which is appropriate with like Narcos.
Yeah.
It would have been funnier if the hippo like had like a big like custom made satchel thing on it that just had a kilo of coke in it.
It's just like a war hippo. It just has like armor and shit, like fucking cargo bags on it.
I will
Like,
fight for my
Strapped
land.
to it.
has like a turret strapped onto the back. Like people are just riding hippos. Like
Get you on it.
It's got a knife
Into
in its-
war.
it's got a machete in its mouth. Just walking
Straight
around.
up Scottish,
Nuts.
Irish hippo. War paint face.
the Pablo Escobar lore is just the documentary when it comes out, dude. It's gonna be insane.
Dude, he brought tanks through the streets because they took his son, or like somebody's son, and he said to let him go or he will run tank. Dude doesn't. The one thing you could say about him, he doesn't lie. He just says, if you don't release my son, I'm going to run tanks through the streets. What happens? He runs tanks through the streets.
What they didn't realize is that he's got that dog.
Dude's got multiple, probably a fleet of dogs in him.
And they're just all fucking.
Oh,
That's terrible. That's terrible.
awful.
All right, let's move on, dude. Fucking Tucker Carlson. What's going on?
Again.
Are we still doing the today and news?
Do I have to do that before every?
We could. Well, no, we don't. We didn't have to, but
I
it
will
was
not do
funny.
your tricks anymore.
No, dance for me.
Dance for me. Do the voice, Mr. Man.
But yeah. Well, Fox News parts ways with Tucker Carlson days after Dominion settlement.
Let's go, baby. Tucker Carlson, Mr. Bowtie. Fuck that guy. I hated him.
The only thing that makes me sad about it is, well, two things. One is that he's just going to move to somewhere else and just keep spouting the same shit. And the people who believe him are just going to keep repeating the shit he's been. It doesn't put a stop to what he's saying. It just takes him out of Fox News, which is a plus, but it doesn't completely stop him from just spouting the stupid shit he does.
Well,
Also
Fox
sad that-
News.
Sorry.
Like the entertainment value of how fucking funny it was to just laugh at the stupid shit he says. It's going to be harder to do that now.
But the thing is, the stuff we were laughing about, we obviously knew it was just so insane and hilarious. But yes, like you were saying, there was a giant proportion of people who believed everything he was saying and loved everything he was saying. And that was very, very dangerous and bad for our country. But yes, you are right. He's most likely going to another network. And Don Lemon also
John Lennon
got fired from
The
CNN. Yeah. A prominent news guy on CNN just got canned today too. So there's speculation that Tucker Carlson could be going to CNN and being the face of right-wing stuff. What was that?
right wing stuff.
Right-wing doggy.
Clever or fascist?
I think all the news should be taken down.
Yeah, at this point, yeah. But a lot of people are also saying, like, the mainstream legacy media outlets are,
Dying.
they're all going, or they might be changing things up because they are no longer a 24-hour, like, news cycle news organization, or they're trying to go away from it. And they want to go with, like, the TikTok format where you just get bite-sized news in 3 to 5 minutes.
Dude, have you guys ever seen the Fahrenheit 451 movie
No, I didn't even know there was a movie.
with Michael B. Jordan?
No, I've not seen it. I heard it was good.
Dude, it's nuts. And like when you hear about things that are happening, so what they had in the movie at one point, they had a giant screen on the side of a building, and it was like giving like live news, but at the same time it would also give it to like everyone's phone live, like for certain events. Mostly just like in that story it was firefighters that were destroying literacy.
But today it's the police.
Equilibrium.
I can't believe they really fired.
Dude, that movie's just so relevant.
I want to say I can't believe that they fired him, but like, you cost the company almost $800 million because you just couldn't shut the fuck
He almost
up.
cost them $1 billion. It was just right under $1 billion.
It was like 780 something. So just
$780 million. It was right under $1 billion.
Like, yeah. I mean,
but that some people are also saying it could be like sexual assault or sexual misconduct stuff.
With
There's
Don
like a
Lemon.
sexual harassment thing going on at Fox News right now, and people are saying he might be a part of it. There also could be other stuff that hasn't come out yet.
I'm just gonna miss seeing him talk about M&Ms.
Yeah, he was the guy who was infamously saying that M&Ms are no longer sexy and they are lesbians.
Why does it matter? They are mascots.
They are just M&Ms, actually. Not even good candy. I don't like M&Ms.
Like, if M&M's was like, hey, we stopped making this M&M sexy, I'd be like, okay.
Cool. Chill. I don't know why you made her sexy in the first place. Or
You
it.
guys got any new flavors in the works? What's up?
Oh,
Need
you
some
just got
inspiration.
chocolate? Oh, cool. The peanut butter ones don't really do it for me either. The peanut
I got
ones.
some ideas, you know.
The pretzel ones are okay.
Start
The
throwing
pretzel ones
cereal.
are good, actually, yeah.
Get some Fruit Loops inside of M&M's.
Also, what we should be talking about, does Mars own M&Ms? Like the Mars company?
I know Mars owns like Hershey's.
Yeah, hold on. Let's talk about Mars real quick. They fucking do child slavery overseas. And the Supreme Court ruled that it was okay to do slavery just as long as you're not doing it here in the country. They are pieces of shit and should absolutely lose all the money ever. I don't know if M&M's is directly related to Mars, but they probably
They're
own
owned by
a subsidiary. Yeah,
Mars
so fuck,
owns M&M's.
fuck M&M's, but not
Does
for
it
the
really
reasons to
surprise you?
write.
They probably got so many.
No.
Probably every company that
They
we
own
buy from
M&M's,
does that.
Snickers, Orbit, Skittles.
Yeah.
What else?
It's essentially like all the candy is run by the same company, and they all suck.
Let's see. 3 Musketeers, 5 Gum, Altoids, American Heritage Chocolate, Ballisto, Big Red, Combos,
Mr.
Fucking
Beast candy?
Dove. What do you mean?
Mr. Beast chocolate?
You throw me off track. I'm on a roll. Leave me alone. Dove,
did see that.
Eclipse, Hubba Bubba, Juicy Fruit, Lifesavers.
You saw that they're owned by
Bars,
Mars.
No.
Orbit, Skittles, Snickers, Starburst, Twix.
All right, you don't need to say every candy.
No, but I
No
saw.
demand.
I, didn't,
I
why,
skipped over some.
why is Mr.
I'm
Beast
just,
making
like, figuring
chocolate
out the
bars?
different ones.
Because
this
he
company
wants
sucks.
that child slavery money, I think.
Whoa, I think Mr. Beast is a little more ethical than most rich people.
Well, yeah.
Not totally ethical.
I'm
but
just
really
kidding.
not.
I don't know if he is doing it, but he could. He might. We don't know.
I think he made his chocolate company because like all these like big companies, they make their chocolate like kind of expensive and it's not that good of quality. It doesn't come from the best like cacao or whatever. So he's trying to like get the best for a better price, some shit like that. I don't know if that's true. I think I heard that.
He's trying to be Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
He's trying so hard.
He could. Fuck it.
He could. I mean, he could. I think he's worth like $1 billion, like with all of his YouTube channels. I don't think he's worth like he doesn't have $1 billion, but his media outlet is worth $1 billion. He could easily become Willy Wonka.
Hello, Starshine.
I don't think that's what he's going for. I think he wants to be.
He only has a net worth
I don't
of
know.
like 54 million.
Yeah, but his like YouTube channels are worth billions.
Or no.
Like Somebody
I think
offered
it's
him $1 billion
100
for his.
million. I think it's 100 million. Yeah, 100 million.
Let me ask you guys this: how much money do you think is enough money? If there was a 100% tax at any point of money, like once you reach a certain amount and there's 100% tax, how much do you think would be fair and enough for people to have? For essentially the 1%, because nobody is gonna ever.
In Ohio,
I feel like
not
if you hit the 300,000 margin, you should start getting taxed
Well, I'm saying
you can
100% tax. Obviously, you'll hit a different
100%
tax
tax?
bracket. What do you think is a fair rate for 100% tax? You are taxed at 100% the second you cross that line, but anything over it, you keep all the stuff before, and it's taxed at a whatever percent. But the second you go over a certain threshold, it's 100%. You don't see any of that money, goes directly back to the people or the government or whatever. Preferably to the people, but
I want to say $250,000.
Really?
So, I feel like.
Because
Are you talking nowadays?
At that point,
with
you can
everything going on?
survive being taxed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nowadays.
I don't know.
I'm saying.
I feel like if you're hitting this kind of topic, though, in today's society, though, everything that we do is in America, I feel like is just so excess.
Yeah.
Compared,
Yeah. Excessive.
So, I was gonna say 400. So 400,000 with nowadays. I think 400.
You guys are so much more progressive than me. I was gonna say 100 million, honestly.
That's like living ridiculously comfortable. See, that's
I
what
know,
I'm saying.
but that's what I'm.
You have to break
well,
down
I'm
the
trying to
barriers of everything that's built in our society. It's everything that we are as Americans is manja, manja, manja. You know what I mean?
So my thinking is, if it was to exist tomorrow, I was thinking that would be a good starting point for the 1%. Just so they could be not so I'm gonna move my money overseas or I'm gonna move away, blah blah blah. I was thinking that would be fair because you would still be getting taxed in that tax bracket, even if you're 99 millionaire, a 99 millionaire. You would still be getting taxed significantly more, but once you past that threshold, it's 100%. You don't see any of that money. But I like where you guys are coming from. But eventually, all that money is going to tie back in, and all of us would be starting to become richer and richer.
But if two people, get together, 800,000, bada bing, bada blam. That's a lot of money. 800,000, that's chilling. To me, that'd be chilling.
What I was saying, Alliance was again saying, this whole excess thing. At $250,000, you can live comfortably, and not do anything, be taxed. You don't have to live in excess. If you have a family with 3 kids, 4 or 5 bedroom house, something like that.
But you got to think though. There's houses out here that are going for the median house price I think is 500,000. Which you can comfortably afford if you were making $250,000, but you also got to work in taxes and all that stuff. In a lot of cases, if you're making $250,000, you're gonna kind of start being stressing a little bit in certain parts of the country.
400,000 over a 5-year margin, you'd be chilling. You just save what you have after all the.
I was saying $250,000. That's $250,000.
$250,000. That's being generous, honestly.
Mm-hmm. 400,000 is good. Maybe 500,000 is fine.
You know what? 100 million. You know what, Chase? I'm gonna go with you.
100.
100 million,
it's 100 million.
Shoot for the stars, man. 100 million. I'd be comfortable.
I mean, and also what
don't hit 100 million. There's a lot of millionaires who don't hit 100 million.
Think about billionaires, though.
That's what I'm saying. It would mainly be for the billionaires, because obviously you want to go past the billion. You would
It takes
be
32 years to count to $1 billion.
It takes.
To count to $1 billion.
They're having those hearings for the Starbucks CEO because he busted a bunch of unions and stuff, and people were doing the math, and it was like he's worth like $3 billion or whatever. And if he was making the salary of his Starbucks employees, making $17 an hour on average is what Starbucks employees make, he would have to work nonstop for like 5,000 years to make $3 billion at one of his stores, nonstop.
That's insane.
You cannot earn ethically $1 billion. It's just you can't.
That's insane.
And it's bullshit because like people want to like fucking lick the boot and fucking suckle on the nuts of CEOs and all these billionaires. It's like they live in such excess for no reason, simply because there's people out there.
He flew to space. If
did?
that's not the biggest, like, look at you dumb humans. And he's like, wearing a cowboy hat too. Shut up. Shut up.
Fuck all these.
Dude.
Eat the rich.
Why now that that's been like a couple years or like a year or so past, why do you think all those billionaires all at the same time went to space just to do it?
I mean, it's
was
obvious.
Is it?
Why?
Was it just to flex the money, or was it to just be like,
Or to check on their
Like,
resources.
what were they doing?
It was
To
a
check on their
statement to
resources
say,
in
At any
Mars.
point, we could leave and just fuck the economy and say fuck all of you. To me, that's what it was saying.
Here's my response to them. We don't need you. What work are you contributing to your company? You are, half the time, you're not even in the office. You know, you're on vacation with your supermodel wives and your rockets. You're going to space. You're not at work, bro. You missed the meeting. Like, you're not contributing anything to your company anymore. You just maybe started off well. You build it from the ground up, but now you're not doing shit. And now all these other people are suffering under you. But you are reaping in all the labor and wealth, and it's all going to the top, and
Did they build
not
it from
doing
the
shit.
ground up, or did they benefit from?
Well, no, I mean, most
generational
billionaires
wealth?
definitely got handouts after handouts. Starting out, they got very generous money from their parents or friends or whatever. Most people will not be able to do that. It's just
Ever.
yeah, no, it's like insane. You have to be extremely. I think it's the odds of you getting struck by lightning are better than you becoming a billionaire anywhere in the world.
People
But it's
still
also the
think
same thing
They
with,
got to
like-
put in 80 hours of work a week and they'll be rich. You are a slave to capitalism. Dirty
And you're just
fuck.
falling for the propaganda, baby. That's just like what capitalist America wants you to think. Like, if you work hard enough, yeah, you might be able to become one of them. No, if you just work hard enough, you're just contributing more for your boss. And that's just making them richer. You're still getting the same paycheck week after week. Nothing about that has changed. And then they may offer you, after a year, a 3% increase. That's nothing.
This is
That's
modern,
I mean,
It's
that's
just modern slavery.
it's wage
Honestly,
slavery.
Doubling your work, what are you getting? 0.5%?
Yeah.
You know, while the fucking CEOs and all the dipshits in the office above you are getting the fucking 99.5%. All off you doubling your work thinking you're going to be rich.
You got soft hands, brother. I missed my first daughter's quinceañera because I was putting in that overtime. I got 120 hours this week.
See, here's one thing I don't understand about these fucking people who say that your hands are soft. And fucking do you finger your wife with fucking sandpaper fingers?
Damn.
Like, are you just fucking
Ooh, shit.
just fucking sanding out the inside of her? Like, the fuck is wrong with
I
you?
haven't touched my wife in 16 years. What are you trying to say? I'm just trying to work for a living.
Women like soft hands.
Yeah, also, like, didn't anybody ever tell you work smarter, not harder? That's what my dad always told me. He was like, hey, don't kill yourself making a living. You know, just, like, get a nice, cozy job where you're not having to kill yourself every week and enjoy life a little bit.
Exploit the system. Work around it.
Or just fucking dismantle it. I'm tired. I'm tired of it. I'm ready for a
Start
change,
peeing on
dude.
things. Be chaotic.
And
These are
I
random
also...
people.
We've been saying, like, oh, you know, let's look at what France is doing with their protests. And somebody made a pretty good point I saw on TikTok. We did protest in 2020, and do we remember what happened? We got fucking tear gassed, shot at. A lot of us kind of died during those protests when we were just asking for, you know, black people to not get killed by the people who are sworn to protect and serve.
And then even our own Americans were sitting
But
there like,
you know what I've always
"We're all
realized?
fucking criminals."
But with injustice and like tyranny in relation to the French, they just don't take the. When the tear gas comes out over there, you can see it. People will come up and start kicking them back. Like, they're just resilient over there, though. I feel like over here, you know, we get the cops come out, we get knocked over, and yeah, like a lot of people do rebel, but it would take a lot of people. Like, because their whole country stopped working at the same time.
I just watched your cat jump behind
Yeah.
you, Chase. Sorry again.
Yeah,
The shit out of you.
squirrel. Anyways,
Yeah, you make a good point. It's not that, like, the French obviously have a smaller population, and they also have a very collective mindset when it comes to that stuff. With us, it was split. People literally were saying, like, black lives don't matter, you know? There was a good portion of them, and then they were also doing the dog whistle with all lives matter. So we were not only pushing back against the police, but we were also pushing back against our own people when we were just saying, like, dude, like, we are, like, not okay out here right now.
Yeah.
But
The French know how to protest, for sure.
yeah,
Any
you
of
make
our
you
French
make a
friends
good
are
point.
watching. They all know how to protest.
Come over,
back in the
please,
day,
help
they
us.
just said,
They teach us something.
nah, bro.
Off with their heads.
Yeah, they said, come out here, bro. We're done.
I've seen
Stop.
so many
I'll give you
videos
money.
on
I'll give you
TikTok.
money. No,
Fuck around and find out.
you're getting your head cut off, dog.
I've
Fuck
seen
around,
so
it's
many
time to find
TikToks
out.
of people building guillotines in their backyard. I think it might be around the corner.
People just do that for. I feel like that's just all. Notice me. I'm gonna do something, and then they're just gonna dismantle it once.
Why
they
are
get
people
their
building
views
guillotines in
in
the
15
backyard?
seconds. Because they think they're gonna behead people. They think they're them.
Are
They're
we-
not
Do you
them.
think it'll ever have to come to that, or do you think we'll just be able to?
I don't think it ever should.
Ration-
I
yeah,
think we're more civilized
obviously.
than that. I think there should be a point where humans
But you-
just come together.
you gotta
and
think
decide
if-
what's best for humans.
If
But
we literally couldn't get rights for minorities in this country, and we're still fighting every single day for that, imagine trying to go after the system that is exploiting us every single day. What if, when we try and protest that, what's going to happen? Because that's what the police are there for, to protect the capitalist and the money. That's all they're there for. And then all of our politicians are only there to serve their corporate friends, corporations.
Hear me out. Small businesses also sick of government. All tie in. So then, you know, we start off as a bartering system. You know, we could all just join for, like, oh, you know, you own a bakery. Okay, that's awesome. I don't know. I got a fresh produce market, you know, or just a little one.
I give great head.
And then we could, I got haircuts, dog. If you guys want to stay fresh during this revolution, all right, we're gonna look good. Okay.
Do that
And-
anarchy sign in the back.
Yes. See, for free. I'll do that one for free. We're good. We're straight up good. And then, you know, then we just have our rations until, you know, somehow the government would find to cut that off. but you know,
I think it's terrifying that companies are starting to buy water reserves. That's scary because once it does happen, like once the revolution starts to happen, they cut off our water supply. Fuck, dude. But we'll just like go to the creek and drink it. But
I was thinking also, like moving water in comparison to just still water, right? So, like I hear often about people drinking from rivers, like while they're doing just out in the woods, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like most moving rivers, you would be straight because that's constantly flowing through. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
You think that?
yeah,
I don't know. I was thinking about that the other day. I want to see what you guys thought about it. Because I was also thinking about that. Like, what if they were just like, hey, guys, we're done. We're done helping you. We're done helping you guys out. You know?
yeah.
Then what? Then we gotta really find these, go out in them woods, man.
The thing is, I see what you're saying, but like they can't do that because they still need to exploit us.
Do they?
I mean,
Billions of dollars. We just talked about this. Billions of dollars some of these guys got. Do they?
I mean, if they do that and they let society collapse, at what point does that currency even matter?
If they got rocket ships, Adrian.
Everything's crashing. Oh, well, they'll just go to space and fucker.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
They can
When
make
they
it so
go-
we all turn on each other, and we're down here killing ourselves, and they're not even down here anymore.
I'm gonna break it to you. They're doing that right now. That's the whole point.
Oh, exactly.
It's left. That's left and right. That's why we have the two party system. We are set up to be divided.
Mm-hmm.
There's no middle party. There's no to the left or to the right party. There's two. And even within those parties, we're fighting amongst each other. Outside of those parties, we're still fighting amongst each other.
And
It's all there
neither
to
come from
divide
a place
us.
of compassion.
No.
Neither do. None of.
And also, I wholly believe that almost every billionaire, if not every billionaire, is involved in some weird cult-like annual orgy type shit. They're all fucking each. They all got to be fucking each other in some weird cult-like manner. Just what else do you do when you have billions? Just find time to do weird.
That's
shit
why.
with each
That's why Epstein was so popular. You know, it was just you got so much money, you've done everything else. Like, let's go do the
other.
most
Hey man, put your fucking
insane,
arm in my butt.
gross thing we can possibly think of.
Yeah, if you cut Starbucks out of your life like all these billionaires,
Yeah,
suggest you
dude,
do,
come on. Like, just no good personal finance, Gannon. Jeez.
Jeez, fuck, dude.
Dude, do you ever want to make $1 billion? You should own a Lamborghini by the time you're 21.
I'm gonna
Bro,
teach you
do
guys
even
right
know
now.
about Forex.
I'm gonna teach you guys right now how to escape the Matrix by diving deeper into the Matrix itself. That's what I love about those videos. I listen to those videos, and they're like, here's how you escape the Matrix. First off, get a bunch of money. Second off, that's pretty much it, man. You just get a bunch of money, and you escape the Matrix. No.
You know
the
the-
Matrix
you know
that
the
for
best-
being poor or something? Like,
It's
that
like
what
you're
it is?
diving deeper. Into it.
It's the red pill mentality. You take the red pill, and you're just going deeper into the Matrix. It's the opposite of the Matrix.
I take the red pill and my back stops hurting.
I took the red pill, and it was actually Tylenol. Now my pee's red.
You should go see a doctor. You should go back to the doctor.
Wait, when you guys take Tylenol, it doesn't artificially turn your pee red?
I don't take Tylenol.
Yeah, I'm more of an ibuprofen.
I mean, I take like
I'm more of a
over-the-counter
more of
pain
a-
meds sometimes. You know, I got body pains, but I have never peed red. That's it's blood.
whole lot of red.
I'm
Urine.
just kidding. No, shut up. No,
Don't
no
worry.
Playboy Cardi here. God. Jesus Christ.
Don't worry me.
All right. Did you want to go into your topics, and then after we can call it an ep?
Okay. Yes, we can We could do this. All
What
right.
you wanna
So,
talk about?
trying out something new, something spontaneoso. So,
Okay.
I'm asking the others in this conference
in this room.
their personal definition of like a word, and we'll just like bounce ideas off each other and see what's up. And the first one today, I'm gonna start with the negative one first. Is hate. What is your guys' personal opinion of the word hate be?
My first thing is having a deep negative emotion towards a person or an object. And I feel like hate, because you looked up the definitions, right? You
Yes.
told us before. Well, you didn't tell us the definitions of the word.
Yeah.
But you said that there was a definition for hate, but there wasn't one for love. So
Yeah.
I feel like hate is more of like a more common emotion, and
Which is
and
sad.
maybe it just
So sad.
yeah, and it comes from because we are just such a primitive like species.
Not very
So
emotionally connected
we
anymore.
yeah, and it's and we kind of use the word so loosely, but I feel like with that being said, it's not as strong of a feeling anymore. We just kind of use it too much. So hate is more of just like a word now, not even a feeling.
Interesting.
Do you want to say how you feel about it, Gannon, or do you want Adrian to
I
answer?
was wanting to hear Adrian.
Well, all right, first, I'm going to start off. First off, both words I feel are very more subjective than they are objective. I feel like the definitions we give to them are more subjective to how we view how this certain emotion or word
Ooh.
should be presented in the world.
Okay.
And I have a great definition for love, but I think hate really is just like something. Hate is that emotion we give to things that we just feel goes against ourselves, our core beings. Like, I don't necessarily think it's like, just this thing should be hated or this person should be hated. Like, people hate things, people love things, people hate the same things that people love. And I feel like it's really just subjective to if it goes against, your core values. Like, I hate people who say they're pro-life. But, people who are pro-lifers, they love each other. And they hate me simply because we have a disconnect in who we are.
What's the opposite of reactionary? Because I don't know what it would be, but I feel like hate is more of a reactionary thing, right?
Proactive? Wouldn't it be like being proactive?
Proactionary. The act of it being a reaction. Reactionary. So the act of it being proactive would be proactionary? That makes sense. That makes sense.
Well, I don't think it's a word, but
Yeah, but I
Google
think
says
hate's more of a
radical
reactionary
and
thing.
progressive.
Huh?
Google says the opposite to reactionary is radical or progressive.
Okay. Well. Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. All right. Hang on. I'm gonna write that down.
what about you, Gannon? What's your definition of hate?
So, I think hate is a more of a reactionary feeling or emotion towards something or somebody, because and it could be it's one thing that could be a derivative of like rage. So like you could wake up, stub your toe on the bed, right? Man, I hate this bed. And then you kick it and you're like, ow, man, I hate myself. Why'd I do that? And then, I just, in that kind of way, yeah, that's what I'm going to leave it with.
No, I understand what you mean.
Yeah, I think it's like, because,
in ways you could tell somebody like that you love, hey, I hate when you do this thing. You really don't hate it. It just, in that moment, it bothered you.
Yeah. And, like, rage is just such a, to me personally, a worthless emotion. I just feel like you exert so much into it. But I feel like love, it flows and it progresses, right? And it could start as just mild admiration for somebody or something. Well, mostly somebody. I feel like it's got to be an energy connect. I feel like it's got to be something deeper than.
But let me ask you this: do you think hate is a necessary emotion? Then, do you think we still need it? Let me
like.
In some cases, like what if somebody murdered your entire family, literally just because they were like, I just felt like, or just like they hated you, and they wanted to get back at you, and they murdered your whole family.
Well, okay, I have it with my own personal life, and I feel like if I held on to the hate of like the person that killed my mom, I would have that emotion forever, and then I'm constantly living within that grief, right? And I want to say that I could get to a point where I could forgive this person, you know. And yeah, it's terrible. Like to me, it's like, why would you do that? Why would you take this from me? And then I just see how my life played out afterwards, and you know, in some cases there were so many blessings within disguise, and you know, I would just hope that I can forgive these kind of people that do these kind of things eventually, because I feel like that's when you get to past like negativity, where you just become a full-on light within existence.
Do you think there's an emotion to feel besides hate that you think could be like on the same level, but
I think greed.
You think that's a better feeling?
Oh no, I thought you were saying in relation to it, which would be just as easily
no. Like
deep.
what should you try and do instead of hating?
Oh,
show empathy.
Well, I mean, like if you can't show empathy in that time,
then that's a part of it. Unfortunately, as humans, we are reactionary creatures in a lot of different ways, and one of those being like, "Yo, you just took something out of my entire existence." I hate you. But then
let me rephrase it. What is a word that you could say besides, like, instead of saying I hate you, I dislike you?
Well, I dislike
loathe.
That seems deeper.
Loathe.
Seems deeper.
That is I loathe you.
Curse you, Kakarot. No. I think dislike is more. It's, you know, it sounds kind of tacky, but I feel like if it was used within a situation like, or I just don't like, you know, I don't like how this happened, or I just don't like, because I can't personally change these things too. Like some things that derive from hate, you can't change, and I think that's what really infuriates a lot of people. Is like, oh, you can't change the past, you can't change the future, you know? You can just make these strides towards both things. Tracking?
Yeah, I get you. All right, should we move on to the other word?
Oh, and yeah, I said mine is, and the other word that we will be giving personal definitions of is love. Oh, I didn't even give you the definition of hate.
Yeah, let's do the definition of hate.
Intense hostility and aversion.
Sounds about right.
Intense hostility sounds like, you know.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're just outside.
That sounds like aggression.
You're like, you
yeah,
know, like,
it sounds like you are. It doesn't really sound like what hate feels like. It sounds like it sounds like an act of something. Yeah.
It sounds like when they found Bin Laden, the operation name, Operation Intense Hostility.
But hostility doesn't have to be an act. It could be
I feel like hostility is something that you are projecting or like pushing on.
You could project hostility without physically like attacking like that, and I feel like that's what kind of it aligns with what we think.
Look up the word hostile or hostility. I feel like that's a verb or something.
See, dude, words are words are interesting.
Words
bro.
are crazy, dude. We
No,
should be
it's
the
now.
fucking alphabet.
Hostile behavior, unfriendliness, or opposition, or acts of warfare is a separate definition.
Acts
But
of warfare.
It could be acts of warfare, but it's
See?
What is it? Is it an adjective?
It's
a
like
noun.
it's just like the opposite sides of the spectrum, bro. It's like hate, war, love, peace. Hate, war, love,
It's
peace.
a concept, so it's a noun.
Keeps the people
Like the
going.
Illuminati.
Keeps the people going. What does that even mean?
All right,
No one knows. what
let's
it
move
means.
on to
Provocative.
let's move on to the.
Let's talk about love.
Let's talk about love, baby girl.
Well, it's
Who's gonna start?
yeah. It's
You Chase.
Oh, is it my turn?
I thought we were just going the same
Ferris last
order as
time.
last time. Yeah.
I feel like love isn't like a word or it's a feeling, obviously, and I think love should be treated as like an unconditional feeling. You can't force yourself to love anything. It is something that happens to you. It's a feeling that happens to you, and it's an emotion that happens to you. And it's, for the most part, a good feeling. It's a positive feeling, but I feel like it could also be, in some ways, a negative feeling. Like if you love drugs, and you become addicted.
Whoa.
That is not great. So I think it's a
But is that
strong.
actually love, or is that?
Well, I feel like
is that an
addicts
escape?
have that false sense of love, and that's kind of because you get love drunk sometimes, like where you're just like,
love? Baby, don't hurt me.
Woman that I would try. Is happy with a good guy. But I'ma get so drunk. I'm gonna call you anyway, sir. I'm alright, I'm good. No.
No, you're good. But I feel like for the most part, it's a positive feeling, and it's something unconditional that you receive. It's just a wave of an emotion, and if it's strong enough, it stays with you forever. And then that it's just like a deep rooted emotion that sometimes you have to nurture also, and you have to give it life. But it's that deep seated feeling, and it's just always going to be with you.
Dude, super similar.
love.
Super similar. I wrote down mine. Super similar.
Let's hear yours then, and then
Well,
we'll go into Adrian.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, whatever. I mean, it's your segment. Run it how you
Well,
want.
because
You're good.
I was thinking, I always go back to like, it sounds tacky, but it's like you treat love like a plant, man.
Yeah.
Like you want to see it grow into something. And if you want to look at it in a more
Plants.
symbolic way, it's like your tree of life, man. Like this is if
Tree
it
of
is
love.
if it's with a person, you're like your love is with a person, then that is your person, as long as it's reciprocated, obviously, for the rest of your life. So like I put like undying and poetic, right? Because I feel like there's a lot of different complementing factors from each person based off personalities and life lessons, and just all just blends together and makes this beautiful tapestry.
So do you think there needs to be like equal feelings of love for it to actually be love? It can't be one-sided.
I think so. I really do.
Which makes sense with the drugs too, because
Yeah,
that
exactly.
actually kind of goes, because the drugs don't love nobody.
That kind of plays into like what I was kind of what I was saying.
Yeah.
Gonna say.
Go ahead.
Oh, are you done again?
Think so.
Like just working as a team in unison. Yeah. But yeah, I'm done.
All right. So the way I see love is it's a multifaceted term, and I don't want to say multifaceted like there's so many different definitions to it. It's more like two-sided. On one hand, love is something you can genuinely, it's a genuine connection between people, you know. Like, obviously it has different levels to it. Like, the way I love my friends isn't the same way I love my mom. The way I love my mom isn't the same way I love my girlfriend, you know. And the same way I love my girlfriend's not the same way I love, you know, fucking
Your dog.
my dog. Yeah. It's just a genuine connection between the way two people are and how, not how alike they are, but how much they improve each other's life just by showing this genuine connection between each other. On the other hand, love is something we also overuse and we assign to things that just give us pleasure or comfort. You know, like the same way I love my girlfriend's not the same way I love
Pizza.
Eating ice cream. Like, the same way I love my dog isn't the same way I love playing video games. You know, the same way I play video games is not the same how I love my favorite football team, you know? I've got love for the Packers. I've got love for fucking Raising Cane's. You know? I got love for the hair products I use. But it's not like a genuine connection, and that's when you were saying, like, the whole one-sided thing. We overuse it and it becomes one-sided because we just assign it to things that give us pleasure.
So is that love or is that lust?
I don't think it's love or lust. I think it's just comfort and pleasure, you know? I love to lay on the couch with a blanket because it gives me comfort.
A wet blanket?
I love to eat ice cream because it gives me pleasure, you know? It makes my tummy feel good.
Is it a wet blanket?
It makes me happy. Never a wet blanket.
That's a little inside joke.
It's different from the way I love my girlfriend and all that. So it's got multiple meanings and multiple ways and multiple levels in which we use it, and that's why it's so multifaceted, because we could use it for just a genuine connection we have with one person. Or
what about music?
You know, obviously, yeah, music, people.
But the thing is, like,
or
with music though, I feel like it kind of loves you back in a way. Kind of speaks to you.
Maybe, but again, that's just, it gives you pleasure. It's giving you audiotistic mental pleasure, or it's giving you emotional pleasure. You know, it makes you feel something, makes you react.
Take that back.
Take it back.
Yeah,
right now.
and sometimes it is one-sided because I love my quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. You know, he's getting traded to the Jets, but I love Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers doesn't love me. He doesn't fucking know me. But, you know, I love that dude. That was my quarterback. I watched that man for so many years. Played for my favorite team. So sometimes it is a one-sided thing.
More of a Bobby Boucher kind of guy, but that's just me.
I'm more of a Joe Burrow kind of guy.
But yeah, it is also a very positive emotion itself.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do we have a definition for love?
We do. Well, kind of. Here, 1 second. It's like broken. It's like so they didn't have like a full on. So it's like strong affection, warm attachment, and beloved person. So it has to be a person, if it's a definition of Webster's dictionary.
But we don't listen to the mainstream definitions. If you're coming to something original, you're getting original content, original feelings.
Absolutely.
Can I read you guys what I found for the definitions of love? Because it's got actually a few here. When I
Oh, you found? Oh, okay. Yeah, whatever.
I just looked up love definitions. So it says an intense feeling of deep affection, a great interest and pleasure in something, as those are both a noun. And then as a verb, it says feel deep affection for, and then in parentheses, someone. And then the other one is like or enjoy very much as a verb.
Weak.
Lame. Yeah.
Yeah, I like what we said better.
Do you guys have anything?
Just that you can find us on all streaming platforms. I'm talking YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We also have our Patreon, guys, for only $3 now a month.
Only $3.
Only $3.
That is right. $3 a month. You can find Death Our Friend, Next Caller, all of our specialty content. That real creme de la crop. You know what I'm saying? That real bone apple teeth. I'm talking. We got it.
Creme de la creme.
Get there. Do it. We love you.
That cream frige.
We do. And that means we just did the definition, guys. So
We just did it.
love
Our
us back. I'm just kidding.
It's not one-sided. Please don't make it one-sided.
Yeah, right? Don't leave me.
But yeah, I was thinking, Gannon, I guess I'll need your approval on this. How about we make your first chapter of Death Our Friend free
Yeah.
Ooh,
on the
should do,
Patreon?
Oh, wait.
Audible. We should read it. Like,
Wait, so
We should read it.
character.
was Death Our Friend a separate charge, or is it under the $3 a month? Or can
You have
make it
to.
fully free?
I believe you. Yeah, I think it can be fully free.
Oh, so anybody can read it? Yeah, absolutely.
Is that
That's
a
what I
system
want. That's
update
what I'd
there?
rather it be. To be honest with that. I want people to check. it out.
Sorry, guys. You guys have been paying for it.
Yeah, no, I
Um,
want people to check it out, man. Let's see what I like.
Man.
Spitballing ideas, see what people would like to see, because I want it to be kind of a community thing and build upon itself.
Do you want to, like Adrian was saying, do you want to read the first chapter? We can maybe put it on YouTube or
Yeah.
TikTok or something, and people can just be like, dude, this story, hot.
Yeah. You guys could do character voices. I could do the narrator or whatever.
Oh my goodness!
Can I
We
be?
can make it a whole.
Can I
thing.
be boss?
That'd be fun. You want to be boss? Let me hear your boss voice.
Give me something he says.
Cock. Is that what he says? I don't know.
Oh,
What's the
he
character's
said,
name?
He says,
John.
he says, hang on. He says, I have it. I think I have it.
Here, I'll just come up with something.
Well, no, he says,
Okay.
oh, my boy John, you can see with much more than just your eyes.
Okay. What's the character? Can you give me a description of the character a little bit?
Of Boz?
How old is he? Yeah.
Eternal.
Oh, eternal. Is it Oh My Boy John? What did you say?
Oh, my boy John, you can see with much more than just your eyes.
Oh My Boy John. You can see a lot more with just
With just your eyes.
you can see it
Then just your eyes. With just your eyes. Yeah,
with just your eyes.
then just your eyes. With much more than just
Then
your
just
eyes.
your eyes.
Yep.
Oh My Boy John. You can see a lot more than just with your eyes.
That was close.
My bad. I won't be boss. You can be boss.
Well, I want him to be almost like when he's introduced to have this feeling like he's kind of a little. He seems a little off. That's what I'm trying to depict. Through his character development, he seems a little off, but it's just.
Oh, you should
because-
definitely be the one that voices him then, because I feel like you can just come up with a voice that's like off.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it right now.
I'm not trying to say you're off, but okay, go ahead. I want to hear it.
Oh, I'm not. I don't know right now.
Oh,
Because for me, I probably have to be full audio if I'm doing voices, because if I can see myself doing them, it throws me off.
just
You know what I
turn
mean?
your camera away and like have the mic right here.
How about all of us turn off our camera so we don't feel like we're looking at
Well,
each
if
other?
I'm
We just
posting it to
listen the voice.
YouTube,
Actually, you
or
know what, it might be-
if I'm
I don't know.
if I'm posting it to YouTube or like TikTok or
We gotta-
the shorts, I feel like there has to be a visual aspect to it. I'm not going to animate
Animation.
something. I'm not going to do it. It's a lot. That would take months to like nonstop to do.
I mean, then you could just release it in both. Fuck it.
Or we could pay somebody to make like frames that we could cut to, but We have to get character designs down. We would have to do a lot of stuff premeditated.
I have
Murder.
ideas for it. We'll talk about it after. I got a couple ideas.
Cool. You cool with that though? Look forward to that. It looks like it's coming out on video, first chapter, free to the public, and also the actual chapter will be free.
I will have to
as well.
record the entire thing under my desk.
Just turn your camera like so. Here it's kind of bad, and then
Not
like
have
just
the camera on.
stare at the mic and look at the script right here. That's what people like when
Oh
they're
yeah,
doing.
that actually pretty. That would be yeah.
And just make sure, like, don't think that there's a camera right there.
Mm-hmm.
You can put it far away too, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll talk about it after.
We'll talk about it. Yeah, we'll talk. Or you can dub me. I will be like mouthing your words, and you're actually the one saying it. I'll be like,
Ooh, double on that idea. It'll be a little camera of him on the bottom actually saying it.
Inception.
I'm dubbing him.
no, you're on the bottom of him, and you have your hand up like a puppet, and and yeah, it goes up.
John
from there.
boy, you can see with more than just your eyes.
Something original, baby.
I'll put a sock on my hand with eyes.
Put a sock on my hand. Call me sockhead.
Well then, damn.
That's a bar.
All right, you guys all good?
I mean, yeah. I the only thing I had really is that still working on what I was writing. I know I said when I finish chapter 1, I'm gonna release it. I'm already like halfway through chapter 2, and the way the story is developing, it's a little more slow. So I don't want to release it in bits and just like have it seem kind of boring or whatever. So when it gets to a part where it's less, when the story starts to pick up more, is when I'll start releasing it in bits. But I release it as like a big chunk just to introduce the story when I get that big chunk done.
Cool. Yeah, I got my also on top of that, I got my other show coming out. I'm still workshopping it. I think I got a name down preset. But yeah, also follow me on TikTok. I posted a video on my own personal account. It's actually Chasey Deering, not Chase Deering. Yeah, go follow me there. That'd be chill. That'd be pretty tight, actually.
Follow all of the socials.
Follow all
Everywhere.
the socials. Follow
TikTok,
these guys,
Instagram.
but I'm the one posting content. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, Gannon, did you have anything? I got a quote to leave us off on, but I want you to go first.
I don't have anything to say.
You sound so sad.
Oh, that's just my voice. Yeah, no, I'm good.
Mama, Papa,
Mama,
Ooh. You want to know my actual favorite movie? I think
Bohemian
I
Rhapsody?
come back to it a lot. Bohemian Rhapsody, yeah,
with Freddie Mercury.
so good. Yeah, dude. Well, I mean, with that Rami, what's his name?
Rami Malek,
Yeah,
superb actor.
who plays Freddie Mercury? But yeah, super good movie. But yeah, I'll leave you guys with this. I got a quote. It's from I believe Final Fantasy. If the punishment for a crime is merely a fine, then that crime only exists for the lower class.
Did I ever post that today?
I don't think so. Did you?
I thought I did. I could have sworn.
Did you really?
Yeah, no, that's fine. Just forget it. That's a great quote. It's a great quote. I love that quote. I love Final Fantasy. We're good. We're chilling.
Okay.
I didn't even mean to.
I'm sorry,
Forget
dude.
I said it. Cut
didn't.
that. Cut that
What?
out.
It was
Go back to
well.
it.
It was right
Cut it
here.
out.
The whole. It was in
I
the
didn't say it.
notes. It was right here, and you
Yeah.
just didn't say anything.
I
You were
read it
just like,
earlier.
wait a minute. Wow.
Well,
Now I look like I plagiarized or something, even though I took the quote for something else. But then again,
it's not plagiarized if it's from Final Fantasy.
No, I plagiarized it, Gannon.
See,
Now we're gonna get
cut
this
it,
whole
cut it,
podcast
cut
taken
it.
down.
Cut it all. Cut it all out. I should have said nothing.
All right. Well,
All right. Well,
goodbye. Love you. Peace out. Oh, wait.
Didn't even do our outro. What are we
Peace.
doing? Are we okay?
Yeah. Damn, Chase.
I was just going with it. I was
Won't
like,
even let me
if
do
he's-
my
if he's
thing.
gonna-
You're just I
if
was
he's
just
gonna pull the lever, I guess I'm cool. Just
pull the
hanging
lever,
out,
Kronk.
man.
Fuck it.
Probably the first time ever in podcast history.
No, we've done it before, but
Uh,
I'm sorry, guys. I'm just falling
you gonna let
apart.
me do my thing?
Yes, please.
All right. Well, first, again, thank you for actually bringing up the topic of love and hate, because I think it's great to leave people off on this with everything we talk about. Popularized by the late great Jimi Hendrix, when the power of love overcomes the love of power, world will know peace. Thank you all for joining us.
That's why
for
they
another
killed him.
episode.
That's why they killed
of the Something Original podcast.
That's why they killed him.
My name is Adrian.
And I'm Chase.
And I was, am, and will always be Ganon Shim Shim Sharu. Just made that. Just throw something else on. Peace.
Peace out, guys.